One of my advisors in middle school, she found out about the work I was doing. So she gave me an application for one of the summer groups that happens at the University of Utah, and we were filling out the application together. And then we got to a section where it started asking for more personal things like where you live, your date of birth, and then it started asking for that 9-digit social security number. I didn't know it, of course, because I'm middle school. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take it home and finish it. With my stepmom that was living with me, I asked her, I'm like, hey, do you think you can help me fill this out? I really want to do it. I really want to go. I told her about it, and then my dad overheard the conversation, and he was just like, ¿de qué estás hablando? Y no tenemos las cosas. We don't have that stuff, you know? We're illegal. And of course, I'm young. I don't know what it means. And then I went to my room. I started searching it up. All I said was illegal, because that's what he said. So I put that in there, and then it just gave me like laws and stuff. So I put illegal people. And then I found the word undocumented. And then I found all these stories of like ICE taking people away from their family, houses getting raided. I found all these freaking stories that were just so scary that I started getting, my anxiety started getting up. I started getting more isolated with my community because I felt that we're alone. And then I started feeling that my parents could just be gone the next day just by stepping out of the door, just for any reason, even going to work. We're getting in trouble for just working. And then I had a study plan because for going through my education. I had a whole plan because I wanted to do so much, and then all of that just disappeared. Like, I wanted to be in the military, I wanted to be a doctor, I wanted to do so much things, and then it all vanished. And even getting a car, like, I can't even do that on my own. And it was just, it was just a feeling that nobody should ever go through, but sadly we all do. I was actually born in Jalisco, Mexico. I was in Mexico when I was about 2 years old. After 2 years, we ended up migrating to the United States. Migrating over, I believe it was my brothers and my sister and my dad and my cousin as well. The borderline that we crossed over was Arizona. We crossed over from in there, and then after crossing over Arizona, we ended up going to different states from then. And then I finally came to Utah when I was 8 years old. I believe my dad made his final decision living here was because it was just cheap. It was calm, and we already had family that was living here. It was just the safety. We knew it was safe at all. It was difficult starting off. Just later on throughout the years, it got easier and easier. But it was just the transition from going to Mexico to coming here to the United States. It was just difficult because of the communication. As in, we were still keeping it with us, just like within our family members. We were talking about Spanish and whatnot. We were going to those fiestas, and we were keeping that tradition with us. However, like, when you're by yourself or going within the school system or anything, you're leaving that behind. It was just something that I kind of saw my own heritage going away. So the way I was treated within my school, in every school pretty much, it went by. The only way, like, I'm saying it went by is because I didn't probably notice the things that were going on. But one thing I do remember, maybe, was just like the lack of like support of our Latino community. When I see the media talking about our own community, it's never in a good way. It's always in a negativity or in a negative way. And and when it's only a good thing from the media, it's only because there's like a holiday. As in, like, Utah, our Latino community is so big, but the one thing is that our culture is not here. It's just honored. We're not present. When I say that, I mean, it was the same thing I was saying, is that with the people that come to the United States, they leave their culture behind, they leave everything behind. And then we're working within the system of the United States, but we have to work with what they gave us. I see myself identifying as American because I live here. Yes, I'm Latino. I like to keep my Latino culture with me, but if you're gonna call someone American, like, just call them American. I don't know any other place to live. Like, even if I went back home to where I was born, I barely even speak Spanish. Like, so like communicating over there would be very difficult, especially at this age, where it takes time for for a language to hit more. And being here in the United States for so long, it's going to be very difficult just to adapt, even if I went back home to live there permanently.